Then get yourself a sander, a sandpaper. You can make yourself a sanding block. Just a piece of 2x4, cut it in half, and then just glue some sandpaper around it with some spray adhesive. And or also get yourself a piece of plastic and put some sponge on top and bottom. Or you can just use some floor mat, gym, you know, PVC, what's it called? Foam, floor foam, gym foam, and spray adhesive, sorry, my head's everywhere today. Spray adhesive, some sandpaper on there, and if it runs out, you can also still use it as such. So this is convenient because it's able to mold around corners and stuff, opposed to something really rigid or unflexible, that's all. So let's sand. This sandpaper is really dead, so also this is really dead as well. I'm gonna 60, some 60 sandpaper. That should be plenty. There you go. And then heavier grit, good to know. Okay, that's smooth enough for my needs. I'm not liking the angle of that. It's looking a bit dopey. So maybe might need to add a bit of piece there and fake that lip. That's later. And then that piece is gonna come here, and then that piece is gonna go there. I think she's okay for now. I realized before I, what's it called, put carbon fiber over it. I'm gonna be putting carbon fiber, and then I'm gonna be putting more filler on it just to smooth it out. So I thought, let me get as smooth as possible before I put carbon fiber on it, because when you put carbon fiber onto it and you kind of stick it all on, what's it called, all those air gaps and like in bumps and stuff. So it's like, imagine you have a very uneven surface and you put carbon fiber, it kind of sits on top, but then you still have all these kind of gaps underneath. But if it's as smooth as possible, and then when you lay carbon on top, there's very little distance or space in between, it makes it stronger. So I'm gonna, what's it called, put some micro balloons on there, and I can show you how to make micro balloons. So as you can tell, literally micro balloons. You just mix it with epoxy. It's a thickening agency. You can also do it with silica. You can mix them both. You can mix it, of course, with silica or silica and graphite. All of three together becomes a nice thick kind of substance and allows you to put it over it. But I'm just going to use micro balloons. Yeah. So just like normal, make yourself an epoxy. I'm guessing how much I need for that. It's about 5, maybe 10 ounces. 0. Okay. Let's put 10 grams in here. I think 10 will be plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And of course 2 to 1, that's 10, half it, 5 of this. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and a bit over. It's not the end of the world. And then let's do this. First time I've kind of used this much, so let's see what happens. You can see it becomes like a thickening agent. Maybe I want the consistency to be a bit more, so I might add a bit more. Okay, that is very thick. Very little gelatinous to it. I will of course need some plastic as well, just to kind of envelop over it. It's not needed, but I think if I don't, a lot of it will dribble away. So I'm just trying to keep some surface tension to it, so it kind of sticks a little better. We'll see. I'm just gonna make some s'mores. Let's slap a bit of this. Slap in the bits, man. Slap in the bits. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, threw some micro balloons in there, trying to build that area back out a little. Might need to go back in and put some foam on top and then carbon fiber, just to not make it look so weak looking, because the strength will be there, but I want the style to look nice as well, because you gotta make it look good. Okay, let that cure under some heat for about, I don't know, an hour. We'll be back, because there's a lot more epoxy in there and micro balloons. It's going to take a lot longer for the heat to get inside to the deeper areas, so looking about an hour, maybe 2 hours. So yeah, I'll be back soon. Okay, so second batch is done, I think. Oh, feels quite dry. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's quite dry. Has been here for a couple of hours. I left it overnight. I was too tired. I went to sleep. So let's clean this up. So yeah, that came out absolutely terrible. So many bubbles. I think it just, no, it didn't work well. I don't know, maybe I did something wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna have to sand all this back, and then I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure something else out. But yeah, look at that, it's just coming away. Don't know why. Some areas are okay, some areas it looks like a lot dribbled out. I do not know. Okay, so I'm gonna fill this void in. I'm gonna go back to the body filler approach, just to smooth it off. Maybe put some foam in there, in the body filler, and use it to bump it out. Put some gloves on this time, so I'm gonna get my hands in there. Get yourself some foam. Slice and dice it up. Battery's about to die. I'll get battery change and then you'll see the end result. Wait, oh shit. Okay, so what I did was I just mixed in some chopped up, or grind it up with your hands, into the fiberglass body filler. Unfortunately the camera died, I'm so sorry, but literally scrumple it up, mush it in with your hands or with your spoon or whatever, and just put it on. And what it does is it keeps it lighter, bumps it up, and makes it a lot easier to sand it down. So I'm going to sand this down a little now and then carbon fiber wrap it. I recommend getting one of these, nice little rasp. It's like a wood rasp, or get it from the shop. Literally, it's a heavy rasp. It's a lot more bumpier, and you get 3 of them, round, flat, and half round and flat. This is really good for getting off big chunks. So you can wrap it with crap loads of clear tape. All it does is keeps it in, because when you stick the carbon fiber on, carbon fiber has kind of a spring to it. It's like anything. It does have a little bit of kickback or springiness back. So when you wrap it around, if it gets hot or cold, or even just for a minute, it will start to peel away slowly. Not massively, just a little. So this is here just to keep it all in place. That's why normally people put it into a vacuum bag or stuff like that, but I ain't got time for that. And also I don't have a vacuum bag this big or to do sections. So if you just put some tape around in the areas that you think need it, you pull it really tight, you'll be fine. Before I pack up, it looks like I got epoxy. I mixed up the scissors. I got some epoxy on the opposite ones. This is just normal good for clean cutting. This is for anything cutting. So I need to tidy up a little. Something that cleans it very well, nail varnish remover. Absolutely beautiful. Little trick as well. Stick a toothbrush in it for little quick cleanings. And all you have to do is pretty much, and it's good for your hands as well, cleans it off. Don't do it too many times, you'll dry your skin out. That should do it. See how it just all comes away very easily, no drama, no issue. It breaks down epoxy very quickly and very easily. And then on my hands, need to go buy some more of this, looks like I'm running out. Use a cloth then to just get the residual off. And of course, gotta use it to wipe these down. Voila. Look at that, good as new. £2. £2 scissors. These from carbon fiber cutting scissors, they cost around £100. What the? £2. So yeah, I recommend. And also when your carbon fiber ones get blunt, I can show you how to sharpen them very easily. Okay, look at that. Good as new. All right, I'll be back.